Hello lovely, and welcome back to the Makeup Hunter. Today I am just going to be doing a quick get ready with me using items from my current Shop My Stash rotation. I'm not going to be using anything new in this video, but the palette that I'm going to be using was actually chosen for me today by my mum, and I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Mini Bieber palette. I haven't actually used this one yet, but I have had it for a long time. I do have to leave the house today, unfortunately. I have to go into Birmingham city centre, where I haven't been for years and years, and I'm feeling a little bit anxious. So I thought I would switch the camera on and do a little get ready with me to hopefully help relax me a little bit. I do apologise if you can see any mess behind me. Today is bedroom cleaning day, so when I get back from Birmingham I have got to do a deep clean in here, but that's a problem for later. So for now, let's get on with my makeup. Let's try and make myself look a little bit more presentable. If you haven't met me before, I'm Laura. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you here again and hang out with me some more in the future. If you like this kind of content, then please do leave me a like. It lets me know that I'm putting out the right kind of content that you guys want to see, and leave me a comment. I really love chatting with you. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. Okay, so to begin with, I am going to start priming. I am feeling very sweaty at the moment. It's very dull today, but it's quite muggy, and because I'm going to be going into Birmingham, and like I say, I'm feeling anxious. When I'm anxious I get hot and sweaty. I'm going to be using my IRL skin filter. This is a mattifying and pore blurring primer, so hopefully it will just help keep all my oils at bay. This is a lovely primer. It's not drying or you know, I have dry skin, and it doesn't enhance any dry patches or anything like that. It's a nice slippy silicone texture, and it just helps blur out my skin and give a nice base for makeup. So I'm going to be doing a bit of a concoction for my base today. I don't want anything too full coverage, but I do want something a little bit more longer lasting than the normal. So I'm going to take some of my It Cosmetics CC cream, 1 pump of that, and then I'm also going to take 1 pump of the Be Perfect Chroma Cover. But I'm feeling a bit pale today. Over the last 2 days I've had about 3 really nasty flare-ups, and I'm not feeling 100%, so I am looking a little bit translucent. So I'm just going to add a little bit of my Be Perfect Bronze Boost Face Bronzing Drops, just a little bit of this to give me a little bit of colour. And whilst this looks very scary, it does sheer out quite nicely. I'm not going to blend it fully yet. I'm going to put my foundation on top of it. So I'm going to do 1 and a bit pumps of the It Cosmetics and 1 full pump of the Be Perfect. I may need a little bit more of the It Cosmetics. Ooh. This is starting to get hard to come out. And if you this is the first video that you are seeing from me, this would look questionable, but I promise it'll all come together. It's just, I've got in a bit of a mess with that foundation. Hello, Bubba. Ray is really unhappy with me at the moment because he knows that I'm going out. As soon as I come up to have a shower and I'm not immediately just putting pyjamas back on, he starts to sulk. And then if you've seen my previous video, my vlog, you'll have seen how he behaves when I come home. It's like I've left him for months. So I'm just going to use a little bit more of the Be Perfect It Cosmetics mix because I feel I need a little bit more on my cheeks. Just in across my forehead. I'm just going to use the clean side of my sponge just to absorb any of the excess. There we go. Okay, now let's conceal. Oh, and I've done it again. I've forgot my Line Fix under eye primer and my Revolution Eye Bright, my colour corrector. Never mind. I need to move them to my I've got them in my everyday makeup drawer, but they're in a little tub towards the back, and I think I need to move them into the main body of my everyday makeup drawer because they're kind of out of sight, out of mind. I'm feeling a little bit chaotic today. I'm sure that is coming across. Okay, that's that done. Now let's have a swig of tea. I'm really sorry about that mess back there. Okay, so I think you can tell that I suffer with social anxiety, so going out of my comfort bubble, going out anywhere, makes me really anxious, and especially today going into a big city after being ill yesterday. I get health anxiety as well, so I get health anxiety and social anxiety. My mummy's driving me and she's gonna wait. I've just got to like go for a quick half-an-hour appointment somewhere, So I'm taking my mum for coffee afterwards as a thank you for taking me. If I had to go on my own on the train, and that I'd be in a right state by now. My endometriosis has flared up when I've been out and about on my own. I've had some pretty nasty experiences, so it has given me, like I say, health anxiety and social anxiety, because I rarely go out these days. Yeah, I just get I've always suffered with social anxiety anyway, but it's got worse since my condition has got worse because of going out a lot less frequently. Hopefully I'll be changing that over the next 12 months. I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to be this anxious all the time. I'm seeing my doctor tomorrow about my anxiety, so hopefully I'll get some help for that. Yeah, so I'm just applying a little bit of the Made by Mitchell Blush in Pearl Twist. I absolutely love these liquid highlighters by Made by Mitchell, and they are quite shimmery. This one, Pearl Twist, isn't as shimmery as the other one that I've got, which I think is Picking Petals. But they just look so beautiful on the skin. They give such a lovely glow, and being a liquid, you can use them in so many different ways. I think they are really stunning. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Beauty Pie cream blush in the shade Universal Pink. I need to calm down, God. And I'm just going to use a Zoeva cream cheek brush to blend that in. These are quite a dry formula. This was one I pulled into my Shop My Stash because I never reach for them, and I've had to force myself to use it today, and honestly I don't love it. I think I might ask my mum if she wants it. I've got 3 of them in total, and it's not the colour, it's the formula, because they are more of a dry formula. I find them a little bit hard to blend, and they can look a little bit patchy. My mum doesn't wear foundation, so she would probably get on with this much better than I am. I think to fix it and make it look a little bit better, I'm going to put a little bit more of the Made by Mitchell blush on. See if that helps a bit. Will do. Now I'm just going to go off camera and I'm going to set everything in place with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder in the shade Butter, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've set my face, and now I'm just going to bronze up with my Huda Glowish bronzer. I absolutely love this bronzer. I also have in at the moment my Fenty matte bronzer, and I've been really loving that as well. These Shop My Stashes are great to remind you of the amazing products that you've already got in your collection. remember why you loved things so much at one time. Okay, let's just assess the situation. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to spritz my face a little with the Benefit Professional spray. And I'm going to wax my brows with the I Heart Revolution Honey Brow Jam. Reshape and tint them, they're looking a bit grey. Gone out yet, and I already can't wait to get back to put the Lord of the Rings on and clean my bedroom. How sad. Okay, I'm just going to prime my eyes. Where is it? Using my Revlon Colour Stay Cream Shadow in the shade Caramel. I love this. Well, I love these cream shadows from Revlon. They're so nice. And they work really well as a base for powder shadows. And now let's do my eyeshadow. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm going to be using my Natasha Denona Mini Bieber. I asked my mum to choose me a palette for today, and this was the one that she chose for me. I'm going to do something very simple. I think I'm going to use this one as a transition, then this creamed powder shadow here to add depth at the outer corner. And I don't think I'm going to use the shimmer in here. I think I'm going to go for this peachy colour over my lid, and then top it with my Colourpop Super Shock in the shade La Mesa. So I'm going to speed through this part and let's see what we can create. I was going to line my upper lash line, but I quite like them how they are. So I'm going to curl my lashes and I'm going to put my mascara on. I'm going to use the Maybelline Full Sister Reel and then seal everything with the Maybelline Sky High. Okay, so that's my lashes, eyes, everything done. I'm just going to use a little bit of my Beauty Pie Triple Luminizer Cream Highlighter. This is another one that I've kind of had to force myself to use, and I think I'm going to pass this one on to Mum as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to give that to Mum as well. I'm not keen. I used to love it, but I'm not as keen anymore. I have a blob of mascara, which I need to get rid of. And I'm going to put a little bit of powder blush on. I'm going to put the MAC Stay Pretty blush. This is one of my favourite powder blushes. And then just because I'm going out and I know what tends to happen to me, I tend to get transfer under my eyes, so I'm going to take some of the HMB pressed powder in the shade Fair on a powder puff, and I'm just going to hit under my eyes. And then I'm just going to go back with a bit more powder blush just to help blend it. And now for lips. My lips are super dry today, so I think I'm just going to put on a lip oil. I think I'm just going to use one of my Sigma lip oils in the shade Tranquil. I am going to line first. I'm going to use MAC Soar. Okay, and that's my makeup all done. I'm now going to go and get dressed, take these out, and I'll come back to show you the final look. Okay guys, and that's my finished look. I've got to head out now. Thank thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave me a like and a comment, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to spend some more time with you. And yeah, I'm a bag of nerves. What's wrong with me? I hate this. Anyway, I'm off now into Birmingham, and then hopefully I'll be back home in my bedroom, my little hobbit hole, watching The Lord of the Rings as soon as possible. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.